What's up, everyone? Michael Heath with Get Automating. Hope everyone had a great holiday, family, friends, food, lots of naps. In this episode, we're going to be exploring how to build a joke du jour automation using Power Automate Desktop. What's a joke du jour automation? That's a joke of the day automation.
Get Automating, enhancing humans daily.
All right, so joking aside, just for a little bit, we're going to be scraping a joke generating website. We're going to grab the setup and the punchline from the website, and we're going to kick that on over. We're going to use Power Automate Desktop, and then we're going to take that information, send it over to Power Automate Cloud, and push that into a Teams channel message. Let's check it out. All right, so here we are in Power Automate Desktop. We've created a new flow, and now we have a blank canvas. So the first thing we're going to do here is search for our Edge action to launch a new Microsoft Edge instance. Copy and paste this URL. This is the website that we want. And so what we're going to do here is click the generate button and then capture the setup content as well as the punchline. Pop our URL in there. And so now it's going to launch Edge. The next thing we're going to do here is we need to click that generate button. So we're going to press that button on the web page. We're going to do this by selecting the element. We're going to add that UI element, and we're going to hover over, holding down Control, and click that button. And that's going to bring in that UI element here. And so we're good to go. Click Save. Now, the next thing we're going to do is get details of the element. Now, you notice in this one, we have a couple attributes that we can capture. Own text is what we want. We want that joke text, but we also have title, source link, and additional variables if need be. We're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat here and capture those UI elements. Again, by holding down Control, selecting the paragraph, and adding that. All right, so we have that one captured there. And so now we're going to grab the punchline. Let's go ahead and capture that now. All right, so we've captured all the UI elements needed. Good practice here now would just be to test the app, give it a test run, see what happens. All right, perfect. So we've tested that out, and the important parts here are what we see coming into the attribute value. All right, so if we double click on this, we can see that here is our setup, and clicking over here is our punchline. Pretty cool. What we actually want to do with this is get this over to Teams. So now there's a Teams connector in here, but more often than not, this is a part of some larger solution. We need to get this over to Power Automate Cloud. And so we're going to go through Power Automate Cloud and deliver this to Teams. So what we need to do here is create some output variables. So we're going to go ahead and create those now. So we're going to make the variable name setup and the external name setup. The second one here is going to be our punchline. Right. So we have punchline for variable name and external name. Save that out. Those are both our output variables. But what we want to do here is make sure that those variables are the ones that are part of the output. So we're going to rename our elements that we captured here in terms of the variable. So the first one is, and we do want this to match up with what we just provided. So the first one will be setup, and notice how it disappeared here as a flow variable and became now that output variable. We want to do the same thing for attribute value 2. Rename it punchline. All right, so we have the punchline and we have the setup. We have our browser instance as a flow variable. I think we're good to go here. So let's save that out. All right, so we're over at Power Automate in the cloud, and we want to create a scheduled cloud flow. We'll name this JokeBot, and we're going to have it generate something every single day. Click Create. All right, so we got our reoccurrence set up, and now we'll want to hook this up to the Power Automate desktop flow. And here we are. All right, so here we have our desktop flow being tapped. We're in attended mode, which means we will be signed in. And now we just need to continue the process of our final action, which is getting this information over to Teams. So we're going to come over here, post a message in a chat or channel. That's what we want. All right, so we could post this as a Flowbot or a user. We're going to use a Flowbot and we're going to post it in a channel. Now the team I want is Power Platform and the channel I want is General. We're going to come down here and write a little message. And if all goes as planned, we should have our output variables that pop in here. So we've got our setup and then we'll pop in our punchline. And then we could save this thing out. All right, perfect. So we have our flow and we are ready to test. Let's go ahead and kick this bad boy off. And we can see that our flow is now running, executing the process. All right, so we've clicked our button here, and hopefully we'll capture in that setup and punchline as well. Let's head back over and check out our flow. All right, so our flow completed here. And if we look at the parameters here and what was the output, we can see what do you call an eagle who can play the piano? Talented right here. And then if we come over here to look at what we have here that was sent, you can see right here, this was sent out, joke du jour. What do you call an eagle who can play the piano? Talented. Perfect. All right, so there you have it. We've used Power Automate, scraped a website, a UI element, grabbed the text, sent that to Power Automate over in the cloud, then posted a Teams message with that content. The joke's on you if you're not using Power Automate. Get automated.